PNC News. My name is Leslie Verkyker and I'm back like not your father. I want to say your father hates you, but then you guys are going to say my father loves me, and it won't be positive because of open chats. I can't even say I love you to my father because of open chats. Now I have to say I love you, Jeremy Verkyker, but only as a father. In today's news, corruption has been caught live on camera. Here at PNC, we have exclusive footage.
I just want you to close this chapter.
Yeah, no, sure.
I think I'm going to need you to close this chapter for me.
Sure.
You know, I have parents, and my parents are sick. You know,
sure.
My mom needs milk lemon. Every couple of days, she just needs milk lemon. I have to provide that.
Sure.
You know, it's just been a heavy burden on me.
Yeah.
You know,
sure.
And there's certain things that I can't even tell Pasha. You know,
sure.
Though I'm his boss, you know, I can't tell him because I only trust white people.
Yeah, me too.
I only trust white people.
Sure.
We are the same. So
I thought when Pasha phoned me, because, you know, the investigation is quite far.
Yes.
I know stuff about you. Yeah.
Yes, so
sure.
I think we should call him now.
It's time to call Pasha.
Just let him know.
Oh, that's his phone. Yeah, I hope I've got airtime. Yeah. Sure. Pasha, I'm here with your boss. Yeah. Sure. She says come through. Yeah. Oh. Sure. It's windy, eh?
Yeah.
Sure.
Day.
Yeah. Sure.
They could be.
Yeah. Sure. At that point, the communications representative from the IDT sat down at the table with us. He handed me an envelope from his pocket, which should have had a whole lot of money in it. Inside was 60,000 rand. They intimated to me that there would be a whole lot more coming. Yeah? Sure. I casually photographed it. And then we took a selfie. Then I explained to them that I don't deal with these people at any point. And I casually got up and left the table. They got up pretty quickly afterwards. It was Malaka and 11:15. They left at 10:45.
How about you saw him? I didn't give him anything. I did not have money. I came here because my mother is sick. I'm going through a lot. I'm being investigated. Great. I just want to go. Let me go.
In other news, Minister of Sports and Arts and Culture, mostly sports, Gayton Mckenzie has gotten into trouble for past racist tweets, but Gayton has come out and vehemently denied he's racist despite the damning evidence. He has said he's not racist, but he also pledged to donate 100% of his ministerial salary to a Jocelyn Smith Foundation. Never happened. We can't find Jocelyn Smith or the foundation. He also said VAR would be in the PSL by April 2025. Never happened. He said he'll make Beaufort West the Dubai of the Karoo. It's still Beaufort West. So we know Gayton is a man of his truth. Here in South Africa, we don't deal with evidence. We deal with feelings. He has said his previous statements was a troll and stupid and will subject himself to the investigation. There have been loud calls from people for Minister Gayton to step down and disappear, but Gayton refuses to fade to black. The calls for Gayton to quit has been louder than he can scream, Abahambe! Action SA have taken their name seriously and reported Gayton to the South African Human Rights Commission. It says the remarks degrade and dehumanize South Africans after opening a case against open chats. Now there's a case opened against him. This past week, South Africa was drunk on racism, inebriated, and some colors hate the black label. Don't give them an opener. We saw the comments very eye-opening. Former Sushi King Kenny Kunene has come out in his defense. Then Twitter went and dug up Kenny's old offensive tweets. First open chats, then open Gayton, and now open Kenny. It's an inception of openings. I want to say this country needs therapy, but I've had enough opening up. I don't even want to listen to Vulindlela or John Vulikate. That's it from us at PNC News. My name is Leslie Verkyker. I'm going to go get some cuddles from my sister, Melissa Verkyker. See you next week. Same time. Different sibling. Fuck Michael Owen.
You know that chakalaka in the wild is just baked beans. You ever thought about that? You ever seen a left-handed albino? They don't exist. Think about it.
The man wale ragoloba le Tourette's. The gassy Mr. Pops himself. Pops Modikoane.
Now we must listen to that. We must listen to a minister threaten our president.
Like,
Don't delela me, dog. If we don't know me, don't delela me. Get to know me first. Then we can start making jokes.
Bruh, we live off funeral policies. Both communities. There is trust funds. Why are we fighting amongst one another?
What is Sino's skin routine? Dang. That nigga dirty. What did you guys look like my sister? So you telling me and my sister are doing what?
yeah, say, come say again. Come say again. Come say again.
That time they're wearing matching clothes. You're like, if you have albinism, stay away from UV light.
Gosh.
I heard someone called Tsitsi like a legend. No offense to you, Tsitsi. Please don't start crying. Yeah. But, because, when I think of legends, I'm thinking about Mpho.
I'll never cry again on this podcast. Motherfuckers. You cry once, oh no, I'm vulnerable.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Doesn't matter if you're black or white. We are living in colorful times. All right. Yeah. So, before we begin our episode, you know the traditions around here. We introduce those you see on the screen first and those that we keep in the back last. All right. Now we begin with former TLC member Bariki Left Eye. Ladies and gentlemen, Ubetile Chin to Chin, looking like Eric Benet before Tola Alamoni from Halle Berry. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Tsitsi, Chiumya, Chin to Chin, the Barbarian. Barry, if you work with each other long enough, Litina, Limecha, Ashu, Farieda, rocking the smef to Chin. Ka-Jay-Z e kamiwang. Yes, ladies and yes. Muriri wa tongiwa, Jay-Z ya kamiwa. Jean ya ainiwa. Sitlauko siya spraywa. Give it up for the one and only Pharoahfi, J5 to the Fize.
All right.
J5. In the back. Dressed like a knight of duty. Wapere skipper se aparangidi knights inside.
The bulletproof. The sword-proof.
Yes, sword-proof. Aquazeche. Tabiso Magnetico.
The Black Knight.
The Squire. Tabiso Mhlongo the Squire.
Yes.
And a man dressed the way he was dressed during happier times. Ladies and gentlemen, she's babies. Give it up for the Dark Knight. Who rises. The one and only.
He's a phoenix.
Rise from the ashes.
I will rise again. Oh, rise with the rice.
Rise with the right.
Wow.
The fantastic Sandre Abraham.
Yes.
Hey, cheese babies.
Yeah.
Looking like those guys that sell hubblies at the club. The men wale ragola ba le terrets. The gassy Mr. Pops himself.
Pops Modikoane.
The gassy.
Yeah, that's the best one yet, bro.
Yeah.
Maraho anali Tourette's.
Tourette's syndrome. Apsamoka fail.
Yeah, that's a perfect description for it.
Do you need another coal?
Are you still okay there? Okay.
Oh,
I can what test.
Just on the
The happy age. You must make sure it's smokable.
You're the highlight of the show today.
Wow.
yeah, you're bright.
Yeah, no.
Shine bright at the dawn.
Yeah.
Sandre, how's things in the community?
Oh, things are a little bit shaky.
Yes.
Especially in my community. So I think like we can basically just start with what has been happening this week. So Open Chats basically did that thing where they added another stereotype to colored people, which is basically that we sleep with our sisters and we are
That's
crazy.
a new one.
That's a new one.
All the other
Which one
stereotypes
is crazy?
Dog.
Which
No,
one
crazy.
is new?
Crazy has always been there. Aggressive,
Violent, yes.
violent,
The knives.
Steal comb, baby, steal
Yeah,
comb.
those stereotypes have always been there. But this one of incest,
very new.
where does that come from?
And you know when I saw that thing, because we were on a writing retreat together, and then I woke up and I saw it, and you were sleeping when I was looking at it, and I was just looking at you, Chandra.
Then you start thinking Chandra.
This whole time,
Then you start thinking Chandra and the maid. Then you go,
and then they are both
and then they
light
look,
skinned.
they look
like they could
same,
be the
same,
men.
but different.
Yep. It's not helping the case.
And then Dylan made it worse. Dylan tweeted, yeah, it's most cold outside. Wish I had a sister to keep me warm.
Bruh. And then
That is
Oh,
wild.
Dylan was angry, bro.
when he woke up, he said, I wear haunt. I was like, you are the haunt, yeah. According to this.
Why am I the horn?
That is so wild.
Dylan did a immediate reply. He's like, listen, let's leave Michael Owen for today.
We've got more pressing issues.
We got more pressing.
This one is personal.
This one is personal. Yo,
That
but,
was wild, bro.
but okay, at the center of this whole thing, these kids made some weird comments.
Yes.
Their thing is they were joking. Everyone here makes jokes. As a joke expert,
You.
all of us,
Oh, yeah.
we make jokes. We pay bills with jokes. Was that a joke?
No.
Nah, bro.
I think it was a. You know what that was? It's children being children. And I think that
Children being children with cameras on.
yes, I think that the outrage is a little bit of a. It's like a.
Doesn't fit the crime.
I don't know, bro. Obviously, like I'm not at the end of the
The receiving end of the thing,
receiving
yeah.
end of the thing, but like if a young person made a wild statement, right? It shouldn't be that. Like it should be taken like that.
It's
Just a wild statement.
A wild statement made by a kid, and then you have to kind of teach them and then move on. And I guess, but like the outrage now has even revealed that Gayton Mckenzie himself is a hypocrite, you know?
We're gonna get there because there's a link between
because
these
it's
open
like
chats and
outrage
old
brings
open
outrage.
chats.
So you see what happens when you treat something like that with seriousness, then everybody's body gets revealed. It's like, what have you done? What have you done? What have you done? What have you done? What have I done?
I get that, and I get the link to Gayton, but let's focus on the kids now. We're going to get to Gayton. And I'm telling you, the reason why I'm telling you let's focus on the kids is because I agree, kids being kids, but you need to know what you are saying, bruh. Because just because you're a kid doesn't mean the stove is not going to burn you, right? There's certain things you can do, say, get away with, apologize for. And even in your apology, there needs to be a level of sincerity.
Sure.
These ones did this thing. The apology was just like,
Sorry, gay.
yeah, sorry, gay, but y'all are being too sensitive. Bruh. And this is not fitting into the stereotype. These are my friends. I grew up with them.
Same.
You know what I mean? Like, these are my day one friends till now. And I can tell you this for free. If that conversation happened in the times when I was still in my early 20s, going out, clubbing, whatnot, if the Owens I rolled with saw those boys out on a night out, after that, they were going to dust them, bro.
Anybody would have dusted. Anybody deserves to dust.
So they've put a target.
No, it's not even just. It's not even just colored. They colored people too.
They
Even
can't
black guys must trap them. No, I'm not saying must, but
yes, but
Yeah.
I'm not putting a hit out.
But they can.
Can we stop calling them kids also because they're over 30, bro?
Yeah, I was about to ask.
Are these people not in their 20s?
People are
in
not
their 20s.
Guys, not
No.
30s.
The one who started the conversation, I don't think is in his 20s.
He's not.
Can we find out what their ages are?
So there's a lot of things on the internet, basically people calling them out saying these are not children. These guys are over 30. They're over 30.
Okay, so now that's
What is Sino's skin routine? Dang. That nigga 30.
They tricked us.
Why doesn't he have all the Nivea campaigns, dog?
Changes everything.
So that changes the whole thing. And also like for me,
then they must get trapped.
for me, it was so weird seeing it because I didn't get angry. I really thought that, we're going to sort it out the old-fashioned way. These guys are going to get trapped. They're not going to record an episode for a couple of days.
Guys, I'm telling you, Sean, that's exactly going to... Here's the thing, and that's why I'm saying, I'm not saying they must get trapped, but what I'm saying is that...
You must keep saying, we're not saying they must get trapped.
Yeah, we're not.
But guys, the colored community, I can't stress this enough. The colored community is not to be messed with, bro. Like, you can have your little opinions and have your friends laughing on a show, but out there's the real world, Unless you're moving with private security and you are secure where you go, bro, what the last thing you want to do is meet up with a bunch of colored guys who just spotted you for derogatory comments you just made
To a community.
against their whole community. They're going to take it upon themselves to be your lesson.
Mob justice.
To be your lesson. No matter where you can hear in the back, yeah. There are people, they are in people's bedrooms on the wall right now as posters. Just practice.
Getting stronger.
You know what? What's going to happen?
Listening to the Mpho songs. Tell her what you must. Tell her what you must.
Get your Maya, see?
Yeah.
And I know my people, they're going to come up with questions, bro. When they see them in the street, it's going to be a question. Oh, is it you guys? Listen here, what did you
This look like my sister. So you telling me and my sister are doing what?
Yeah, say, come say again. Come say again. Come say again.
That time they're wearing matching clothes, you're like,
You're not helping.
You can't even tell.
it's baby blue tracksuit, you're like,
With the white Cortez. You're on.
Both of them are lost.
You're like, I'm not from around here, Mara.
I don't know what to say.
We just came from Spitz.
From Southgate.
Yo, those ones must not go to Southgate.
Yo, they're not gonna make it.
No.
The
Especially
community
now,
will
bro.
close the doors. Have you ever
Yes,
seen the
yes.
doors in Southgate close?
Yo.
That day they'll close.
They'll put them at the fix.
We're gonna show you what the color is.
Yeah, what were you saying?
Yeah.
What were you saying? Say again in my face.
Give him a mic. You need a mic.
Where's the camera? Put your phone on.
Where's the camera? Bring a cameraman also. We're gonna move him also. Because he was here recording. You left him. Where's the cameraman?
Where's the editor?
Who's the editor here?
Who owns this? Who owns this?
Who's the owner of a building? Who's the owner of a building?
Yeah.
Oh, you want drama?
You want drama?
Gonna close this chair.
There's a guy saying, hey, Murim there, I'm gonna set a pipe. While you guys work there, once you're done, you're gonna smoke a like a one.
So then Gayton took it upon himself, right?
Wait, before you go there, nah, it's sad. Okay, I know that we are kind of joking about all this, but it's sad to see that happen, especially between our communities, because we are so intertwined, right?
Yes.
You know, like Eldo, Soweto, I mean, us in the South, bro. I grew up in
the South.
I grew up,
Yes.
like, ever since I moved to Joburg, like, my main point of contact has been colored people going to Eldos, you're even dating or what.
Yes.
Yeah. Got a few under my belt.
It's our version of Mamacitas.
Yes.
Okay.
Viva la raza.
All right.
Where do you think our love of Latina started?
That's why I want to go to Mexico.
See the real Latinos.
What's sad is that it's sad to see our communities fight, and especially on this magnitude, right?
Yeah.
And that's why obviously I can't say that this statement was a small statement, because obviously I'm not at the receiving end of the statement. But I'm saying that something like this has triggered things that I think history has never been able to replace. Because for me, this is a legacy of Verwoerd. This is an apartheid legacy for things like this to keep regurgitating, right? Mandela's legacy is weak. You understand? Mandela's legacy is not as strong as Verwoerd's legacy. We are living in Verwoerd's legacy. Right now, Mandela's legacy is not even doing anything. When was the last time you dressed up for June 16?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
When was the last time you dressed up for Heritage Day? When was the last time you did something for 27 minutes of thingy? Mandela.
67
minutes.
Yeah.
He
was in
He doesn't like
Yes, yo, he hates
He even does 20 minutes.
27 minutes or what?
When last did you do your 20 minutes?
On Mandela Day.
Mandela's legacy it doesn't even last 30 years or 30 odd years of freedom. Mandela's legacy, like Verwoerd has a legacy. Mandela's on the money. That's all.
You know, at the core of this, man, I hate what it's doing to our communities,
Yes.
right? I genuinely don't think those boys were being, even the girls on there, because we're focusing on the boys. The girls were also, they're the ones that were like, yeah, Vele, they were adding, yes, and saying, yeah, they're crazy, all of that
Dated
stuff.
a colored guy, I can say it.
Yes.
Wow.
By proxy.
I don't.
When did he date you? Are you his sister?
You know, it doesn't make logical sense, bro.
Yeah.
Because you go, oh, God.
I don't think they are racists, right?
No, yeah.
But I think what they said was very irresponsible.
Yep.
It was very irresponsible. Yes, as podcasters, we are entitled to our own opinions. But at the point where you are controlling 400,000 subscribers or viewers or whatever, there's a certain responsibility you need to have, especially if you know you've said something outlandish. Like we've had those moments on our podcast. As safe as we are, we've had moments where we've gone, that thing that we said there, it might not sit well with people. So maybe let's look at taking that part out. So I think they weren't being racist, but I think they were very irresponsible with the statements that they made. They were very loaded. At church, our pastor said something very important. He said, if all of us are created in the image of God, you can't be racist. Because that means you're going, oh, the image of God only exists when I look at these people.
Yes.
We are all created in the image of God, right? So this thing that you, where you start making these statements about other people, it just shows how you view other people. We might have opinions about this and that and this and that and this and that, but collectively, how do you feel about that group of people? And what research, what information, what you know what I mean? We have research because we've lived it. I grew up in many colored households. You know, my best friends, day one friends, are all colored people. So I've done my research. But people who don't have that research have to go out and physically do that research.
Yeah.
Because as oppressed as we are, they are also an oppressed group of people.
And they're different.
Yes, and those stereotypes just keep going and going and going. Colored people have done amazing things in the world, but I bet you those guys can't mention any of those things.
But do you think maybe we just don't know one another?
We don't. And if you don't know each other, then don't delela me, dog. If we don't know me, don't delela me. Get to know me first. Then we can start making jokes. You know how offended someone gets when you don't know me and you just start saying whatever. We can do it because we're comedians. You can stand on stage, make fun of an audience member, and the audience member can go, oh, he's a comedian. In him making fun of me, he's trying to get to know me.
Yes.
But if you just stand and you go, Nina, your people, banuga makwapa. Yeah, your people, small verses. We don't even know each other. You call Tswana. Oh, yeah, Limpopo. Small verses.
I don't even have a rice.
No ring Farieda.
So my thing is, in light of all of this, right? As much as they were ill-informed with their opinion, it also revealed a lot of how most other colored people feel about black people.
Yes.
So it's like, it kind of like reiterated how less, in most cases, they think of black people. There was like a lot of, you guys with the cruzara, you guys will never have this hair. I've got green eyes, I'm lighter skinned than you. Now we've brought it from black people to the inner colored community where now you guys are breaking each other down.
But we are fighting amongst one another.
That's my thing.
The white man is just going, yo.
Yeah.
Wow. Because that's the thing, like colored nationalism is such a ridiculous idea, and we have to move to Gayton because this is the kind of thing that he pushes, right? It's ridiculous for us to try and keep ourselves separate. I always believe that we are black people just with our culture is colored. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes. And that's what I've always believed.
That's what Wara says as well.
Yes, it's what I've always believed. Like we are one language, learning one language away from being united. Like for a longest time, I said to someone the other day, like I'm so tired of like being colored. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to be a South African. Like, how hard is it? Because I know for a fact that we can never run away from these stereotypes. Now people are adding ones, right?
Incest.
Like, I can never, like even like, bro, the other day, like even black people, like I saw a guy got searched going into ShopRite. I was like, what the hell? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, there's
while going in.
But you have valuables, leave them outside. We don't need them in our shop.
It's rough in the aisle.
Do you know what I'm saying? And that's an identity I would choose over being colored any day, is being a South African, bro. It's a beautiful identity. It doesn't come with a lot of negative stereotypes, right? And that's all we have to be as the colored community, because when I saw the comments, they were so disgusting.
It's also like I've also experienced like that, like where you're chilling, because we stayed in the south, right? So I'd visit my friend Emilio, but Emilio and them, they come from Eldos, and like some of the friends that they know from primary school would come sometimes. But that's the first time I ever got called a K word ever in my life. Was a broer from Eldos who came, and he said it like angrily. I don't care what. And for bro, it was funny because we were kids, bro. Like, but at the same time, it was like, this is what he believes that I am, and then you're like, that whole mentality of like the separation between two poor communities. You understand, like the separation between two poor communities, and then the only thing that you say we have better is the fact that we get tenders. Yeah, we don't get tenders. You're like, who wants tenders at the end of the day? Like I don't you understand? So it's like a weird thing that these poor communities, these minorities,
Even the hair chat.
This economic
Chandra has no hair.
bro.
You get
Like these economic minorities are fighting amongst themselves, and the people who are gaining and are just sitting there watching this entire thing, watching their legacies grow up. Bruh, we live off funeral policies. Both communities, there's trust funds. Why are we fighting amongst one another?
But it's the typical separation game.
It's what
it's what
was
separates,
doing.
and it's our parties, our leaders don't want us to be united because it gains like it's
bad for business.
It's bad for business to be united. Because this is a basic thing everyone wants: a house, a car, and a job. That's all you want. Basically, healthcare, a place to stay. That's all you need to provide as a government. But they don't
All
want
I
to
ever
do
wanted
that.
was 100 million in a baby.
That thing is crazy that you mentioned as well, because that once happened to me when I was in Cape Town with a fellow comedian. I won't mention his name, but we were in Cape Town. We had a big show, and he was like, "Yeah, man, come we go have lunch by my family." And then he went, "Actually, no."
Huh?
I was like, "No, actually."
Because he knows his people.
No, because he remembered that in the family there's some people if they
not gonna.
Yeah, you can't. They won't even let you come in the house.
Yo.
Damn.
Because and he was open about it. He was like, no, those people use the K word every day.
We must give him his flowers.
He did a good job at separate.
He did.
Because there's even a documentary where there was a colored auntie where they were asking her like and she was like, yo man, I get times have changed and this and that, but a K word is still a K word. She's like, he can be as educated as he wants, he can have all, but he's still, to me, he's a K word. And they asked her what she's like, that's just how we were raised. It's on YouTube.
The Swart Gevaar campaign.
Yeah.
Did its job.
So it did its job. And I feel like us, the generation that came after, we did because even when we started out in the South and whatnot, there was still that separation between our two communities. But I feel like our generation did a better job of uniting. And I think the kids did an even better job.
Yeah, the kids are doing great.
They're doing a better job at integrating, uniting.
Yeah.
You know, like we're at the point where we're starting to become South African. But something like this, it takes us a couple of steps back, bruh. It takes us a couple of steps back. And I never want us to be put in a situation just because some kids or grown kids or whatever said something and then a minister and his party was triggered and now our two communities who actually need each other are at war because the real winners here are the people who are standing on the outside looking at us going,
here we go again.
Let's feed it more. Let's pull up. Because as much as all these things started surfacing with Gayton, I don't think it was the open chats, guys. I don't think the open chatters, what do they call the
operators?
The operators. Do you think the operators went and dug and
It's the
pulled
community that's for the open chats that went and dug up those tweets to say, you are the same person. Is it just people?
It's just people who now are against Gayton.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Someone is taking advantage of this situation and they went to go unearth all those things.
Which are so damning.
And they just threw it to the fire.
It felt like Gayton is Uncle Rakas.
Yes. Genuine.
Like when you read those tweets, you're like, no ways, bro.
They don't sound real.
Did you see what they dug up? So apparently, and I don't know how true this is right? This is what they dug up. So apparently, Gayton's father basically went from black to colored during apartheid because you could do that. There's the pencil test and all those tests they did, right? So his surname was actually McKenna.
Oh,
and then when he wanted to be foreman of a business, apartheid laws didn't allow any black male to be a foreman at any company. But as a colored person, you could be. So basically, he was such a good worker that they actually granted him permission. So he went from McKenna to Mckenzie. So that's
this
how
thing has been in the family for a while. The timer changed the surname. Then he changed the surname of his lighty so that he could get a sports team.
Yes.
Oh,
Agri's son is not. Hey, you see, 3 generations, McKenna, Mckenzie, and then
This one? Let me actually.
Yeah, the sun has a different, the silhouette Suelele sun. That's so crazy. But for those who are not in the know, during apartheid, colored people could qualify for higher positions in the workforce, in the workplace, based on how fair their skin was, based on how thingy their hair was. That's why the hair thing is such a big thing in the community. Because if you could pass the pencil test, meaning if we could take a pencil and run it through your hair
without it getting stuck,
then you were almost white.
Yeah.
So you being almost white means you could be a manager or supervisor. And it's Jason. There's no way, bro. This is the 9th week.
In a row, bro.
9th week.
Yo.
I don't know what's sad is the 9th week or that ringtone.
And he changes it every week.
Bruh.
So Gayton's son's name is Calvin Lee John.
Lee John, yeah. So McKenna, Mckenzie, Lee John. But what is it for, right? So this is where I'm going to come in and say, what Gayton's dad did for the family, was it necessary? Yes, at the time it was. All I need to do is pivot my surname for the prosperity of my family.
Yeah.
Bro, put in that same situation, I would have done the same thing. If I had to go from Modikoane to Modikane, I would have done it. Just so I could earn extra for my family. Do you understand? Then, if I then got put into a position as well where I now have to detach my son from my surname
so that
he can continue running the family empire while I lead, I would do the same thing. Do you know what I mean? Because it's a prosperity thing. But here's where the thing comes in now, is that yes, you might have changed your surname, right? We might have gone from McKenna to Mckenzie. But we're still black.
Yeah, you are
You're
you.
still the man.
You are you.
You're still the man. You're still the same person.
But up until all of this happened, so for me, I've known Uncle Gayton to me, Uncle Gayton is a black guy who happens to be colored. But I've always seen him as a black guy.
There's a lot of those.
I've never looked at him as like, this is a colored bro.
Yeah.
I speak Setswana when I speak to him. Do you know what I mean? I don't know how to catch. Even Liam Jacobs, bruh. Liam speaks Xhosa, he speaks Tswana, he speaks a little bit of Khoi, he speaks. So guys like that, yes, he's colored, but you classify them as like, again, another example, Waras. When I speak to Waras, I speak Sizulu.
Trevor Noah?
Same thing. When I speak to Trevor, I speak Setswana.
I speak like Grootman.
Yeah, Shapuzete, Shapu, Dinsang, yeah. Because again, it's a classification of South African.
To say I speak to Trevor. Grootman bona.
Lawrence Minister, Uncle Gayton, Uncle Brother G. But again, like it's.
Is there?
I don't know what I'm trying to get to, but I'm trying to say like
okay,
there's the lineage.
Yeah.
Because this is what happened now. This information was now pulled out and brought to the light because of this situation. Yes. It's like, because Chandra mentioned a bit of it, saying political parties are now are hell-bent on separating us. There's the colored party, there's the what party, there's the white party, there's the black party. But it's like, I don't know, man. Like, we also need to be very aware of our heritage. And we also need to allow people to know that I might be this type of person, but I'm still of the views of this. Do you know what I mean? I am a supporter of the PA in many regards, and it's not because of coloredness or blackness.
Yeah.
I just stand for a lot of the things that they do and that they talk about in the policies. It has nothing to do with the race.
So I think I like that whole conversation there. But my question is, I want to take it a step further, basically. So I'm asking you guys, but essentially I'm asking everyone who's even listening to this. Because it's now become a thing of past behavior versus accountability, right? And what you're explaining is past behavior can influence how people behave today, which is accurate. So now, my thing is, if whatever past behavior influences negative things, ne? Why is there no past behavior that influences the alternate side of things? Why? These guys, okay, they might be ignorant, they might be ill-informed, they might be whatever. But what is it about us that makes 400 people want to hear these guys speak? So why is it that they have that level of a platform, and with that much ignorance involved in it, and the way the people react, they also exude the same level of ignorance? So now my problem is, why is it that even though it sounds wrong, you go, but it was said to the right people? Because those are the people that want to hear that. So now the rest of us catch a wind of this thing, and then we go, you're not supposed to. Then the rest of the world is going, no, it's fine, leave us alone. This is what we like them for. So what is the greater lesson here? Are we saying, as people, we haven't taught ourselves to be assertive enough to know what information to listen to and what information to disregard? Because now, obviously, what they said is wrong. It's irresponsible. But they are renowned for that. That's their platform, and there are people defending that, going, but this is how we rock on the thing.
By nature, we like an accident, Thabiso. You know what I mean? Like, by nature, when there's an accident on the highway, people do this. It's disgusting. You're the guy behind going, beep, move, man. Why are you looking at people scattered across the highway? We like looking at a disaster. So even when something like this outlandish is said, I'll go back to our main channel. The best performing episodes of Podcast and Chill are those ones where something hectic happened.
Yeah.
And then even
So
people
let's
that
say
aren't
hectic
subscribers, people that aren't...
You see?
Let's say hectic stuff.
Do you know what I mean? A normal episode will have 400,000 views. But Mphiwe decides to get a birthday present in the bathroom, 1.2 million views.
Baddies are the most romantic in this country.
It has to be a lie.
It's not rage baiting
It has
enough.
to be a lie.
Baddies like the French of this country.
Not all chickens are halal.
You see now you're starting some real nonsense. Because now the Muslim community is gonna come and they're gonna say, I said
Bill
and
Dog
did
is not
nothing.
named after a guy called Bill.
Start that drama.
Let's go. Let's go.
There are only 12 yellow bone vendors.
If you have albinism, stay away from UV light.
Gosh.
You're gonna come and protest here, dog.
Somebody
the umbrella.
If they come and protest, I'm gonna stand in the middle of the sun.
They can't come during the day.
They can't come during the day.
Yeah,
It's hot.
no one here.
A nocturnal protest.
Silently.
But you know what's crazy about this whole thing?
Oh, you got
No, bro. I'll tell you.
If you are short, use a step. You can't reach.
What are you saying about little people? You did. You literally said, but it's also how many
Yeah, but
short
I'm also
people.
short.
Jazz
They
Buddha
need
is
a
a
step.
friend of the show.
Yes.
And Dimbi Dimbop is a friend of the show.
Luvo Manyonga should be a high jumper.
Yeah.
What kind of high?
He was a long jumper.
It should be a high jump.
Yeah, that's a sports joke.
But wait.
But wait, you know what's crazy? Oh, wait, sorry. Yeah?
Yeah. Oh, I was saying, to round it off.
Yeah.
To round it off, bro, I feel like people, as much as people love looking at accidents, then South Africans, we need to decide.
Stop using dye on your face, my people. Be proud of your hairline.
That's been burning him. His
Wow.
real hairline
We
is out.
know it's not your hairline, but it's too perfect, boys. It's too perfect, but man.
You keep avoiding the rain. What's wrong, my brother?
Sweat too much, otherwise.
You look like a tub of nugget. Come on, man. Hey.
Stop worsting out.
What?
What do you say?
You look like an anime character, Kwezi. You look like
Well, I
Goku.
was saying, to round it off, I think we have a bigger issue with how people react to these things. They don't keep the same energy. For heroes don't get they don't get
Medals.
the same celebration as villains do in this country. If you're a villain, you're bound to get, like you said, the views will go higher. Nah. But a hero will just go, hey, so like Mkwanaz's thing. Bruh, that guy risked his life, and we're all on social media just going, let's give him cows and whatnot. But the other guys, because they said something incorrect, we're like, let's take away everything.
You know
So the
why?
energy doesn't match. If someone does something great, we don't come and say, let's give them everything.
Tabiso, we live in the legacy of an enemy. That's why enemies win. We live in a legacy where secretly everyone is kind of racialist. The funniest jokes have to do with separation of everything. The funniest jokes in this country and can reinforce every single thing apartheid enforced. So when you try to be politically correct, you are just that guy. That's a nice guy. You know?
That's so crazy that you should say that because, again, when I think about our good brother Trevor, if you look at how Trevor performs outside of the country versus when he's in the country, that's exactly, you see that there's a shift.
Yeah.
So if you see him on tour, whenever he comes to South Africa, there's a shift in the content.
Material. Yeah.
Because at the core of it, South Africans look at him like, yeah, but you didn't.
You're not talking to
Yeah, you didn't do the thing.
You didn't.
Oh, yeah.
We need you to touch on those things.
Don't you think people are also just inclined to engage with rage bait material?
That's what I'm saying. We like an accident.
Because
man.
it almost like when you talk about positive things, people don't have much to say.
Yep.
As outlandish as the things Musa Kaola says, he's got a hectic following.
Bruh.
Because
The moment he
yeah.
puts out but
It's
you see, that's what I'm saying.
entertaining.
It's the most crass, hectic.
Dead man.
Like Coolie Roberts does not come close. God rest her soul. To where
Musa Kaola is
Coolie
When
Roberts.
you say she doesn't come close, I was like, yeah, she's not alive. I can we are going down.
But we knew Coolie Roberts for pushing the envelope, right?
Yes.
At a time when entertainment gossip was like here, she took it and she went, Now you've got someone like Moshe.
It's not
I know
you.
Moshe is the one.
Moshe-
Ah, you sorted him out.
That,
3 dreads there.
yeah.
This is my deposit.
Moshe.
Moshe did the Lord's work.
Yeah.
But with Musa Kaola, right? As hectic and as crass and as hurtful and as demeaning as all these things he says and does to people are, people go and watch, bruh. People can't. It's almost that thing. Even if it's someone who knows, maybe said something about you, they'll go look at it. They'll send it to Sean. They'll send it to Tabis. Look what this person's saying about Tsitsi. Look at it. And then they'll send it to you. And then your family is now. So it spreads, bro, because it's a freak accident. And in life, we learn to follow patterns. So if I realize that every time I do something like this or I say something like this, spike, then I'm going to keep doing that.
Yes.
What I love about Mac and Saul is that they've never taken that model and gone, this is what we do now. Every episode that has almost switched the podcast off was always an app where something hectic happened. Like the Joop Joop episode, I can't think the top of my head.
Birthday
the
was
The Joop Joop episode, the controversy was him, right?
It was Joop Joop. It's always
Joop Joop was
yes.
just thinking, tell the truth.
So,
Can't
but
be like
you see
that.
episodes like that, right?
Convict.
Will spark this whole controversy. Will spark this whole controversy. The numbers on an app like that will be quadruple the normal numbers. And then for some weird reason, subscribers are up. What is up?
But do you think
so
that-
you if you realize that pattern and you're someone that goes, oh, I'm just all about just growing my thing, then you're going to start focusing on doing things like that.
Poporito, I'm sorry to cut you now. Do you think that's because we are unable to learn different things about what we already know about the things that we think we know?
Yes, I think so.
So
Yeah,
if you're a black guy,
Yeah.
right, and I'm a white guy, I don't want to find out that you are the good guy. I would rather assume you're the bad guy and walk around like that because I've been right 90% of the time in terms of the of life.
Stereotype.
I can't learn every single one of you guys. So I need
You people.
But you can, and you know why I say you can, because every day we.
No,
learn.
I'm talking about
I know,
the situation
Yeah,
we're in right
know.
now.
So what I'm saying is you can.
Like your Jola 99, right? Your Jola 99 reinforces the idea that people cheat on one another, and especially this type of people. And when you watch that thing, it reinforces you. It doesn't give you a new idea of what's going on. So when you go out there, you already have the idea that, okay, these ones are the cheaters. You know, even
And that's why we were shocked.
Cultures.
That's why we were shocked when we found out that we're not even top 20 of the leading cheating countries. Because we have a show that has reinforced that in our heads. We are
We are the
cheaters.
capital of cheaters.
We are capital of cheaters. We're not even in top 20.
But when it comes to the thing you just mentioned now about how we always attracted to something hectic happening, it's not actually a South African thing. It's like a human nature thing. So back in the 1400s, right, when people used to have hangings, right, they would basically just hang someone in the street for whatever crime they committed. There used to be people that come on horse and buggy from 30 kilometers away just to come see that hanging and then go back home.
Even in the Kasi, we used to do that. When there was a dead body, we'd all go, hey, number, and we had no phones. But the word would spread, hey, there's a dead body there by zone A. Then we all vibe.
We like tragedy.
Or Vimba.
Why Vimba?
Have you ever seen Vimba, how entertaining it is until you see that this man's gonna die now?
Yeah.
And it happened recently. There's a guy who I can't remember, somewhere in one of our hoods, he shot his wife. He shot his wife. The wife was holding the kid. The crowd was like, hey, don't shoot the kid, don't shoot the kid. Then he didn't shoot the kid. I think he shot the wife twice. Then
In front of people?
Yes. Then the people wrestled him, took his gun, then they burned him alive.
Gee whiz.
That's Vimba. But look, on a lighter note.
I thought you were stopping the story and you're adding more fuel to the fire.
And it sparked an idea.
Fire away.
Let me ignite your thoughts.
You.
Oh, you wanna match it?
All I'm saying is, if you want to engage in GBV, we will roast you here.
Yeah.
Cooking comics on SBS.
Nice plug.
Yeah, that was crisp.
Nice plug. Crisp.
Yeah, that was crisp. Well done.
Back to Gayton.
If we're going back to Gayton, it's the weirdest thing about this whole thing, and this is for the entire non-white community, even white people. Like, I think that the entire human race, especially in South Africa, is the amount of effort we put into things like this. This thing was started by a podcast, right? This thing was started by a podcast, right? And it went as far as getting to one of the mainstream television broadcasters.
All of them, not just all news.
Plugging the brews out of things and whatever like this. And Twitter and comments and all that stuff.
Charges being laid, lawyers being
so extreme.
People, an outrage, like a national outrage was started on a podcast. This amount of effort for that, right? But we're all being oppressed, like heavily so, every single day in our faces. You watch the government and people have stolen millions and millions of your money. Of our money, they've stolen our money.
Then they try to silence you with the 60,000.
They try to silence you with
then
the
they
60,000.
deny it.
Then they deny it. Then there's a lot of those people out there. We don't have the same outrage there. There it's just in the comments, "Whoa, South Africa is funny, hey?
It's a movie.
It's a movie here."
South Africa is a movie.
It's so crazy that we're not fighting economically against any of this thing. But somebody says a bad comment, somebody says, bro, all of us here have lived through bad comments. And I'm not saying that those guys were right or wrong. They were very, very wrong. And they deserve to get whatever people feel like they deserve to get. But remember, this is coming off a podcast. It's coming off a podcast. We are fighting economy. People don't have houses, but you're commenting. You know, like, and you deserve a house, but you're commenting. But the government is supposed to be working for you, and it's not. But you're commenting on that brewer. He must lose his job. It's crazy for people to do that. Like, why don't we?
This is a learning moment. It shouldn't be a losing the job moment.
Yes.
It should be a learning moment because this
moment.
is why I brought back Gayton, right? And I hear you. Like, why don't we give other things energy? And again, if something is good, we don't give it energy. Right? When something is like positive, we just like Mac and them were like, the chillers used to be like, let's start a thing where we support other chillers and, you know, like we talk about people's businesses. Or then people didn't watch the thing. It's a positive thing, but people are like, I'm not going to give this an hour of my time.
So let's make good bad.
But so to this Gayton thing, right? The reason why we're saying this is a teachable moment for everyone, a point had to be made, right? Because what they did do was wrong. Again, also, I need to stress, wrong community to step on toes. You know what it's like if you step on a white sneaker in that community. Now you want to step on their toes. You must also be prepared for the wrath that's going to follow.
Sure.
Sometimes you can't just go poking bears going, but how come when I poked that bear it didn't? There's some bears you must know, hey, this one is a grizzly. This one, it will rip you to shreds. This one did not grow up in a zoo. This one is a wild bear. Do you understand? So there's that. But now, the reason why I say this is a teachable moment and people shouldn't be losing their things. We shouldn't get into this idea of tearing each other down because on the flip side, Gayton Mckenzie's open chats were unearthed as well during this whole process.
And his were worse.
They brought out all his old tweets and you know when you look at them and you go, what? Like, I honestly thought that it was some sort of sabotage or something. But you realize, it looks like people went through an era on Twitter. Not just him, many other people, because that's what happens. A lot of people's things start getting pulled up and they start looking. This has happened to Kevin Hart. It happened to so many people where you realize, there was a time we were not politically correct as human beings. And we were tweeting it. We're tweeting it. So now, in light of this, must Gayton Mckenzie lose everything? And the answer to that, for me personally, is no, bruh. This is a teachable moment. This is a moment of correction. This is a moment to elaborate on this is where I was, this is where my mind was. Yes, his was longer than these boys was. His was many years ago. These boys was a few weeks ago. But they're both teachable moments. How do we educate both parties here? Because Gayton said that as well in his apology. He admitted, he said, I used to be a racist.
I used to.
Yeah, he said that, ne? He said, I used to be a racist. I used to hate white people.
I haven't seen his apology or response to that. But, which is also, that ties in with the conversation we were having just before this, ne? About the rage baiting. So here's my thing. This is why I have a problem with the people who react to these things rather than the people who are involved in these things. Because we're presenting, and I don't want to sound too long about it now, but we're having conversations that are influenced by time. So this guy said ignorant things on a podcast, sharp. That's one wrong thing. The next wrong thing that happened was Gayton's stance in that situation. Because according to time, when these open chats come out, when Gayton said these things, they happened years ago. He's now a minister. It was easy for Gayton it could have been easy for Gayton to come out and say, my lighty, we don't speak like that. I used to talk like that. I changed my ways here and here and here. Now I find myself as a minister. So that even if you go back in time and you look at the chats, Gayton used to be that kind of person who was prejudiced and was saying all these things. But through learning not getting cut off, not getting fired, not getting persecuted. He's able to become a better person today and be a minister. So that was supposed to be his stance, to go, I've been there. I know what that is. I know how to help you get to the next place
100%.
where you're a better human. What happened is we fall into the trap again of rage baiting, because now he must be the angry guy who goes, we can't allow these things to happen. We can't. And that's the hypocritical thing that pops up when you go, but even now, when they're showing these things, you can say, yes, it happened years ago. But you go, time tells you he used to be this. Now he's not. He's a minister, which means he worked through this, which means it's a healable thing. So you can't have a reaction of, let's cut this thing off. It's going to kill the tree, when you yourself were a tree that was raised through poison. Because also that guy has been to prison. So the last thing for him is to think someone's mistake
It's
cost their
condemnable.
life.
Yes. They must be condemned by it.
But because these people, and it comes back to us again, because these people know that we like the rage and the what, they feed into that. They don't look for the solutions to fix the problem. They don't look at the solutions to fix the issues. They look for the thing that's going to get them the most attention, because they know these guys don't love fixing the thing. They just love the drama. So now it becomes a thing of, what do we do with Gayton? You're like, he healed. That guy healed a long time ago. That's why he was voted into parliament. Otherwise, we are the crazy ones.
But did he really heal? Because his stance clearly shows that he hasn't learned.
Saying somebody has healed. Oh, sorry.
No. I'm just saying, does that mean he really healed? Because his stance clearly shows that he still has that thing in him.
So now you see what the bigger problem is. Because we put him into that position of power, understanding that he's been to prison, knowing that we've seen all these things that he's done. And there was a point where he even said, I'm a changed man, when he was starting his political journey. And we believed, did we do investigations? Probably not. So who's to blame here? The guy who said he healed, who wasn't healed and found himself in power, or the people who put him there because they thought he was telling the truth?
He said sorry 2 weeks before he was gone.
That was perfect timing. Yeah. He enjoyed his life as a racist. And just before he met Jesus, hey, listen.
I'm sorry.
What I did to you guys was wrong, and I knew the whole time.
Sorry.
Right now, I'm going somewhere, and I might see you guys again. So, sorry.
You guys are missing a fundamental point about Gayton. Gayton is a politician. First of all, everything he does is for votes. You must look at it like a content creator. He's trying to get more views on his page. And what does he do? He leans in on basically every stereotype, or basically just like the feeling or the racial tension of South Africa. He knows how colored people feel inside about black people. So what does he do? He leans on it and gets that colored vote. When he came up with the phrase Abahambe, there was not a thing to just be for him to be like, I don't want foreigners here. No, it was to get the black vote. Everything they do is to empower and enrich themselves. All his promises that he's ever made in his entire political career, he's done nothing. Nothing.
Wait, I was agreeing with you until you said he done nothing. But I wanted to agree with what Sean is saying, is that when you are the leader of a certain group of people, you also have an idea of how they would want you to react. Because they phone you going, what are we going to do, bro? These people are, what are we going to tell her? Because now you see. So I also have to approach the situation in a manner that my
suitable
people,
for them.
We want answers. I need to deal with, So they've upset us. How are we dealing with them? We're going to make sure, we're going to shut them down. We're going to do this, we're going to do that. Because that's also what your people are asking of you.
Namara, I say,
I don't know.
Like they are disrespectful, these people, my man. All like the leaders, bro. Like all this stuff is happening. It's disrespectful towards us. My man, Donald Trump can speak to an African president like he's a child.
I saw it.
He can do that and we laugh. A young man says a very uneducated thing or a very radical thing. Now we want to get up in arms and go.
Things.
But Donald Trump can speak to our president, like he's a child.
And look at this.
With a South African young man.
And we are in cinemas watching Marvel movies.
With a South African young man there to support there like this. No, show them. We can do that, bruh. You're right, bro. Like the problem here is everything. It's not even just. It's everything.
And it's the people involved. It's also the realization that the people involved know exactly what they're doing. No matter how bad it is, they know what they're doing. And we as the people are that gullible.
Yes.
That if they press one button, tomorrow we are jumping up and down.
Is there an apology out?
No. So basically, at 9:45 this morning, Gayton basically just wrote, it said, he's warned President Cyril Ramaphosa, if he removes him as minister, you don't know what is coming.
You see?
see?
Rage
That's
bait.
what he says.
Another one. Now all the colors are going to be like, if he removes him, we're coming there.
Instead of just saying, because this is a thing you did in the past. It's not a thing you did last week. You could easily have just said,
true,
I used to be
that's
that.
from news. Yes.
And that's why I say, has
That's
he
from a
really
news
healed?
article.
Because these things still exist in him. He could have taken this moment to be, okay, guys, yes, it was wrong, but let's find a solution forward. Now he's saying, if the president removes me,
You see this?
Now we must listen to that. We must listen to a minister threaten our president.
like,
we must listen
now,
to that.
now then, it's like
Dylan,
freedom
come
of
speak
speech.
here, man. Dylan, come say something.
Yeah, it didn't come, bruh. Say something, bruh.
Dylan, here's a mic here. Dylan, we speak here. Ons baizani.
Don't burn me. But when freedom of speech, it's
You can speak from there.
free speech is this the problem?
Ish. But you can't take away free speech.
You can't, but
Yo, let Dylan.
Yes.
Come close. Oh, he's got a mic.
Yeah.
I've got a mic, yeah. Well, I mean, Gayton Mckenzie is a politician, like Sandra said. He makes promises, and he what I feel like is that these young boys just said some stupid thing, and they should just be told they said a stupid thing and keep it moving. But then the mob decided to like attack the people. I don't want to call them a mob because they come to my shows. Right?
The Owens.
Yeah. So then now it was like everyone gets exposed, bruh. Because now Kenny also got exposed for his old tweets about women and how he feels about women. So everyone got exposed. But I think that how they went about it, they should have just taught them. Like, I think it is just a teachable moment.
Yeah.
These are young 30-year-olds. But Gayton was a young man when he made those tweets. He was like 40.
39.
39. He was a young 40-year-old. 40-year-olds, we make mistakes.
We drive with our hoodies on at night.
So yeah, man, should have just taught the young people and kept it moving. But instead, they went with the mob mentality. And Gayton was the one who also said that it's not when Ronaldo Ghost. Remember when Ronaldo Ghost said those K words, and then he said he doesn't believe in cancel culture. But then now he's the person going at it, even lawyering up for. Even went to get lawyers, bro.
Yeah, and he said only colored lawyers. This one is personal.
They said, Thabng, please take over these documents.
So, what do you make of the recent post by this news outlet saying that the minister has said, what did he say again?
Basically, Gayton Mckenzie said that he's warning President Cyril Ramaphosa, if he removes him as minister, he's not ready for what's to come.
It's a big threat.
Hey, you can take them out of the prison, but you can't take the prison out of the Yes, I got a prison threat, right? That's a real gangster threat. You don't know what's gonna come. You don't know what's gonna come. So yeah, I think it's just being yeah, man. Hey, Gayton should just take responsibility for what he said, bro. Take responsibility for what he said. And now these responses, I don't think it warrants. I don't think. Do we want a minister? Do we want a minister? Because Thabiso was saying that those ministers, when he was saying all those K words, And then now he comes back and says those things. He's a minister, bro. He's a minister. He's in government. He's not those kids. Those kids are just podcasters, bro. What he says has bearing on how people see other people and how people react. So he should act like a minister.
Yo,
there's a higher level of responsibility
Thank you,
on
Dylan
him
Oliphant.
than on those kids in the first place.
Yeah, so I think from my side, again, I'm going to reiterate, this is a teachable moment. It's sad that other things were unearthed during this time. And I think, you know, I'm a believer in Uncle Gayton. And I feel like this is his opportunity to make amends and to correct those things. To again, let people know this is who I was. This was who I was at the time. These were my thoughts. These were my views. But since then, I've made these changes and I've educated myself and I've learned from my past mistakes. And just, you know, ask for forgiveness from those who he needs to ask for forgiveness from, and deal with these processes the way they need to be dealt with. I don't think this should be a time to be making threats and to be gearing up for any type of war. We have things to fix in this country. We don't have time for... I think that's why we've never been at war with anybody, is because there's a lot of fixing we need.
The house is still dead.
Yeah, our house is still dead. We can't go fight, but things are wrong here. So I think the press, I think minister side, he needs to find an amicable way to sort this out on his end, get his house in order. But even with the kids, the old kids, I think this is also a teachable moment for them. Yes, I think they need to take account for what they said, not trying to explain what they said. Like, you tell a community they're being too sensitive. It's not your job. It's not up to you how people react
to what you say,
to how you've hurt them. If you've hurt people in a certain way, you can't determine how hurt they're going to be. You know, so your job is not to try and diminish how they're feeling. Your job is to acknowledge how they're feeling and make amends. And then I'll reiterate the word I got this weekend. Guys, we are all created in the image of God. Like, yes, there are certain people who do certain things, but it doesn't allow us to classify everybody like that. We are all created in the image of God. Every single person on this planet. So I think if we learn to move with love, if we learn to see the good in all of us, and I think that's why South Africans are the nicest people on the planet. Before we engage with you as a person first, we see the good. That's why South Africans, anyone who travels to this world says, whenever they speak to a South African, they're so helpful. If someone walks up to you and says, I'm lost, immediately you spring into action. You go, oh, two lefts down here, go this. You don't go, ew, I don't speak to your kind. So, guys, we suffered the worst kind of atrocities with our apartheid and how our country's set up. Let's make a conscious effort to break this cycle. Let's treat each other as people. Let's remember we are all created in the image of God. And yeah, man, especially the black and the colored community. Guys, we are one. If there's ever a true epitome of a South African, it is us. In America, the blacks and the coloreds go by one. You know what I mean? They are one. Light skin, mixed race. What?
Not even far. Go to Botswana. They are one.
They are one. They are
It is
one.
a colored community, but
Namibia
all of them
also.
They are
speak
one. Like one. In America, it's black people, Mexicans, white people. There's no in between. In our country, yes, we can celebrate our different heritages. I'm Tswana, I'm what. You are colored, you are Venda, you are Bedi, but let's remember we are one. And let's remember there's a system at work that's doing its job to separate us. We are helping it along, bro.
We are the children.
Also, next time you guys have chats at open chats, know when this sounds like a group chat and not a podcast chat.
Yes.
That sounded like a chat you have with your friends.
Producer.
Something.
Operators, please, man.
Yeah, because
Let's
you're
do
not
better,
operating.
man. You and me. But yeah, that's all I needed to get off my chest. Yeah, maestro.
Get it off your chest, lay it to rest. Get it off your chest. We can help you the best. Get it off your
to guess here on PNC. We're on the quest to help you relieve that stress.
Get it off your chest.
Ha 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 ha.
Rage face. And you know, Black Studios, they're gonna put that in the promo.
Let's go.
PNC family, I hope you guys are doing well.
Delicious.
Loving the show.
We love
loving
you.
everyone there.
Even Farieda.
Especially Mr. Abrahams. Hi, Chandre.
Hello.
You have a special place in my heart.
Yay!
Because I have an itty bitty crush on you. Yes, I do. But then, I wanted to talk
Why
about
you
something else that I've noticed, in the comedy world. Why is it that everyone is called like a legend? I'm noticing that you guys call everyone a legend. Like, for example, I heard someone called Tsitsi like a legend. No offense to you, Tsitsi. Please don't start crying. Yeah. But, because, when I think of legends, I'm thinking about Mpho, people who've done prolific things, people whom we know, like serious, like around there. Like the only legend I think of is like Mashabela and pop-ups. But why is it that everyone is like a legend? Why can't people just be like a comedian and not a legend?
You want to take that?
It's done.
You want to take that legend?
Tsitsi, take that one.
As a legend.
Okay, first of all, I have never in my life considered myself a legend at anything. I'm too young to be a legend. But if somebody does that and calls you, like, I don't even like it when people say, like when they like give me like props and they say, oh, dog, you're so good, you're a goat. I'm like, hey, bro, leave me alone. Like, I'm still working towards my thing. But to answer your question, I don't know who. I think you're the one that called me a legend, and I think it's the way you just speak. Like you said, the legend himself, or the man himself, or the one and only, or whatever it is. Like it's phrases and whatever. But I've never considered myself one. It's nice when someone says it, but it's not like something that I take seriously. So I consider.
I know why. So.
Why?
Why?
Maybe I'm a legend in the making.
No, it's so her question is based on legend as what she knows it on different other kind of things that have
legendary
a
status.
larger legacy. But comedy is relatively new. So most of the guys who do well will ultimately become legends. Of if you come into the game and you change it slightly, you are bound to be a legend. When Kagiso Lidire and David Gawe and them did Pure Monati show, immediately they became legends because that didn't exist before. When Trevor Noah did his first one-man show and it sold out, it became a legend because we hadn't seen something like that
Someone
before.
go from 1 or 2 years of comedy to selling out.
Yes. So because comedy is so new, these things don't exist. So whenever we achieve them, like when there's guys doing a tour and it's a comedy tour and then it includes a podcast and then other sketches involved, immediately the trajectory of the game is changed. So from the onset, they become legends. Because as time progresses, everyone's going to reference these moments. But only because it didn't exist before. So most of the things done in comedy don't exist.
So I actually want to answer our cheese baby. Even people that get called legends don't register well to it. Like when you call Malume Kagiso a legend, when you call Kagiso Lidire, it's like, yeah, man, you're making me old. And
he speaks like Goofy.
Rock and roll. No, but again, I'll answer to what I was saying. Me calling Tsitsi a legend is because Tsitsi is a legend, right? There are artists in our lifetime who have done things where they were not appreciated at the time. There are authors who, when they were alive, no one bought their books. And then the oak died. 10 years later, someone got a hold of his book. Now it's on the Oprah Club. 60 million copies are sold. In his lifetime, he never got to enjoy that impact that he made on the world. Because some people are ahead of their time. There are people who have invented things, and those inventions only started picking up later because the technology suddenly came to better thingy
Accommodate that invention,
There are painters who died poor, but their art is hanging in museums and it's worth hundreds of millions. Priceless, actually, not even hundreds of millions. So when I call someone like Tsitsi a legend, is because I see the strides that someone like him is making in evolving this very new industry that we have. He might not be a legend to you, but I can guarantee you to your next of the people coming after you, he is going to be. We just get to see him in the making.
And I'll never cry again on this podcast. Motherfuckers. You cry once, oh no, I'm vulnerable. I will never cry again. I'm fine now.
Next voice note.
This is the 9th time you record a live voice notes, and I'm busy deleting and re-recording. But this is the final one. Hey everyone. Hi PNC family.
Hi.
Hi everyone, and if you have a guest,
Shout out.
hi. So I need your guys' advice on something. So I grew up as someone who had never lost a close family member until recently. Death, it struck me three times actually. 3 times. The first 2 I was able to, live with it because I had my sister and then I lost my sister. So now I don't know what to do. We were very close. She was my everything. She was my anchor. She revealed the beauty of life to me. And then I lost her. So I don't know what to do. My parents are worried about me because I'm not doing well emotionally, mentally. A lot happened after her passing, Because I also grew up as someone who would never talk to people about how I'm feeling or whatever. She always knew. I'd tell her, So now I lost her and I'm finding myself speaking about her loss or speaking about my grief more frequently to the people who don't care and to the nosy neighbors. So I find myself talking about it. Even if we're having a nice, fun conversation, I'll end up mentioning it and I'll end up mentioning, I lost my sister, this, that, and the third. So knowing that Mr. Pops once lost someone who was like a brother to him, who was a brother to him, how did you heal from it? How did you find yourself ungakhulumi with other people about it? Because you barely talk about it. So I just like to know what to do because I'm finding myself opening up to nosy people. This is why I also don't want to go out because I know that if I go out, I'm going to talk about it. And I feel like that is also prolonging my healing journey. I'm sorry for this long voice note, but
Hey, I spoke too soon.
Hey,
but don't cry.
Yeah, man. Because that's literally what I thought about because you just come from burying a cousin.
Yeah.
Yes, you just recently lost a family member. But I think if I may, before any of us say anything, I'd actually like Farieda to touch on that. Because I think out of the people you see on the screen, I think you've suffered loss at a very early stage in your life. You lost your mom and then you lost your dad. Essentially, if there are two most important people in your life, it's your mom and dad. And it's not like you grew up in an environment where they were separated. You grew up in a very warm, loving household. And what kind of steps were necessary for you to heal from those 2 big hits? How long did it take? Did you fully heal or recover?
So actually, Last week, Wednesday, was my mom's 20th anniversary of her passing. And the month before, on the 3rd of July, was my dad's 4th anniversary. So I think I struggled a lot with my mom's passing because I was so young. I was like 15. And I don't think I actually dealt with it until 2020. And I think I had to because we were in lockdown and I was missing her so much that it felt like I was losing my mind. But I think it's normal to find yourself speaking about it. I think it's the best way to heal because you're not keeping any of your emotions inside. And I feel like it's tough to talk about something most people won't relate to, especially if it's someone who's been close to you, a family member, a mom, a dad. It changes your mental makeup forever. You become a different person. You see life differently. You perceive yourself differently. But you also find out how strong you are. And the strength comes in being weak, for a lack of a better word, being vulnerable into your feelings, succumbing to that emotion of feeling sad or lost and going, I don't know how to feel today. Every day is a different day. Every day you'll deal with things differently. So I think I would like to say, please go see a therapist. I think it's very important to see a professional because speaking to people will help in that moment, but you don't have tools on how to manage your depression or your stress or your thoughts, because those are the things that'll kill you the most.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly with Farieda. Please go and seek counsel from a priest, a pastor, or a therapist. And I think one thing we tend to forget is that therapists actually do what pastors have been doing for our communities way before we had the psychiatrists and therapists. It's about leading you in the word, helping you heal, helping you understand what's happening and how to cope and how to deal with it. So if you don't, because a lot of people use the excuse that I don't have money for therapy, go seek counsel from a pastor, a priest, any church, even if you're not a member. Those services are available. There's community centers, and then there's obviously therapy. Me personally, it's not great, but when it comes to losing people, I think the worst pain I've ever felt in my life is when I've lost people in my life. Family, friends, a parent. But I realized something about myself, and I think it's just the way I'm wired. When tragedy strikes, my immediate response is to look after everybody else. So my immediate response is to be of service. Okay, how do we do this? How do we arrange the funeral? What do we do? Let's go get this. Let's do that. I'm doing all of that. And then the gravity of the situation will probably only hit me a week later or 2 weeks later. And that's when I break down and that's when it gets to me. So even the way I process it is very different. But I also understand that there are certain people I can talk to about these things. I can't just go and talk to people on a night out drinking. I need to surround myself with people who love me. I need to surround myself with people who are on a similar journey with me, who are leading me so that they know how to counsel me back onto my path. Because if not dealt with properly, those emotions might, if not dealt with and worked on properly, those emotions might lead to other behavioral patterns that you don't want to deal with. But healing is essential. Time will heal all wounds, but you also need to do the work in between that time. Turmeric?
I think let's pass this one. I'm good.
All right. Next voice now.
Aski is my sister, by the way.
Oh, hello, PNC. Hello, Tsitsi. Kinna, baby girl. Hello, Farieda. Hello, Mpho. And hello to our guest, if you have a guest this week. Hello to Chandra. Hello to Tabiso. And hello to every other cast member that I didn't mention and that is there. So, I'm from the Eastern Cape, right?
Ooh,
And I'm a
Askis.
And I'd like to say anonymous for this one here, because yeah. So here's the thing. I'm 20 years old and I think I have a problem. My problem is that I have multiple partners. And I don't know what to do because I love all of them, but I love them differently. So bear in mind that I'm bisexual. Correct? I'm bisexual, and so one of my partners is like a girl, and then the rest is like guys. So if I can count, I have like 5 partners at the moment.
She had to do this. I have to count.
It's not that I've been intimate with these partners. I've never been intimate with none of them. But like, I think I'm just sitting here thinking, but I think I have a problem. Because here's the thing. The girl I feel attached to, I love her like very much, but it's a different kind of love compared to this one guy. Like, I don't know. At the moment, I feel so in love with him. I don't know if I'm wrong. And then here's the other thing, you know. I think I'm traumatized. I'd like to think, because I once dated this guy. He was my like first everything in terms of like everything. So like, yeah, I don't know. Hey, I don't know. And he played me. That guy played me in so many ways. Like, he played me. Typical Xhosa gent. Like, he played me. But yeah, man, ever since my relationships haven't been the same. Like, yeah, like me taking multiple partners now. So I don't know what to do here. Like,
typical Xhosa gent.
What's
5
going
partners.
To be honest, I don't know what the problem is.
Yeah.
No, you know what the problem is. You know what the problem is.
Are we listening to the problem?
Yes, that is the problem.
Okay.
You are the problem.
Because she said she's baby girl. You're not.
Baby girl has one partner who's married. But she is faithful and loyal
to Wilson.
Yes. Baby girl is not there sharing her baby girl things with other. No, man. You are the problem.
No.
You are undecided.
Yes. Have you ever watched the movie Split?
Yeah,
It felt like watching the movie Split.
Farieda, thusa tu.
Ke thusa ka eng?
Ke community ya gago ena.
Nna ke le LGB. Witse motwana, witse ke bisexual. This person said she's a bisexual. Ke le bisexual. So nna ke le bisexual. Guys, I don't like this. No, it's not. I don't like the bisexual. No, what I got to cancel you. What are you go DSTV?
The bisexual.
The bisexual.
The hunchback gaze.
This is gonna get us cancelled. I can't
do this. First and foremost, you are the problem. The reason why I say you are the problem is because you haven't taken enough time to spend with yourself, to investigate who you are, what these feelings that you have stem from, and where you're directing them. Right now, you're just being moved from pillar to post. Ooh, this guy, he does this about me. He does this about me. How do you feel about yourself? What do you like about yourself? Who are you in the grander scheme of things? Because you are all these things to all these people, but who are you to yourself? You know what I mean? Again, I'll go back and I'll say it and I'll keep saying it, and I don't care how sick anyone gets of me.
God.
Go back to the word.
There we go.
Go to the word.
There we go.
Go read the word. There are 31 books of Proverbs. You can read one every day of the month. Just go read the word. A lot of the answers that you seek are in that little magical book that's called the Bible. You don't have to be super religious to read that thing. You don't have to be a born-again Christian one. If you just want to know how to live, just pure basic how to live, it's in there. If you want to learn how to be rich, the steps are in there. If you want to know how to build an empire, if you want any life lessons, they are in there. I promise you, if you read that thing, you will make better life decisions. I guarantee it.
Pops, well, your Instagram in heaven is gonna be verified, eh?
He knows Jesus.
You know, a lot of these things, I was thinking about it the other day, a lot of these questions we get asked and get it off your chest. I promise you, if you read the word, the answers are in there. Right now, my sister, you are confused because you don't know yourself. You don't know Jesus Christ. I can tell you that much for free. But someone who's behaving the way that you're behaving, you are, sorry for the example, I'm not trying to be crass, but you know when they say sipinya si floater fella, you are a fart, because when a fart comes out, it has no direction to go. It can either go left, it can either go right. All of a sudden you hear that side, that's not direction.
Yeah.
That's not direction.
But
That's
you're
what
right
I'm
about
saying.
the word, man. Like
I promise you.
You know, there's a, they say seek ye first the kingdom, and the rest shall be added unto you.
Yes.
This is how I look at it. Right? There's two ways of living, right? There's the natural way of living, and there's the spiritual way of living. Sometimes we believe because we are natural bodies that our natural bodies need to lead our spirit. That's not the way.
No.
The spirit needs to lead the natural body.
Yes.
And that's exactly how you need to live all the time. So even when they add bisexual, and all these things, right? At the end of the day, those things are not feeding your soul. They're just feeding your body. So what are you a slave to? Are you a slave to your body, or are you a slave to and that goes for everything. When whatever choice you make in life, always think, is this for my body? Is it for natural Tsitsi? Or is it for brother Chiumya?
Oh,
nice.
Brother Chiumya.
Legend.
Brother Chiumya. Legend. This is why he's a legend. Oh, that was beautiful, my dog. Yes, that was beautiful. Yo, drops mic. Drops mic. Yo, go read the word, guys. We are where we are today because of God's wisdom. None of us here are the greatest at what we do. We are here because of God's wisdom. And
God is
His grace. Yes, and His grace. We are righteous because of Him. You too can be a righteous child of God. Just
you know what to do.
You know what to do, man. Like,
I think you have the answers.
Yeah,
you have
know
the
what to do.
answers. Just you need to grow up, put your big girl panties on, and go seek the kingdom of God. We'll be here waiting. We are here. We are here.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
Praise Him. Won't He do it?
Yes, He will.
God is good.
All the time.
All the time.
God is good.
Hallelujah. Alhamdulillah.
Thanks.
Cheers, babies. We are inclusive on this podcast. We are inclusive. We are in the inclusives. Cheers, babies. Before we depart today, it's only fitting that we tell you about all the comedical things that are happening in and around this beautiful country of ours and outside of its borders. Dylan Oliphant is headed to Kenya. What is the date? No, aren't you doing a show in Kenya? Yeah. Oh, this guy.
Hey.
Sorry, I forgot.
Do you have a passport now?
Do you have a passport now?
You are leaving this week. It's coming this week.
To all 7 of the cheese babies in Kenya, Dylan Oliphant might be there this weekend. Make sure to look out for him at a Kenya Comedy Festival. Yes.
Nice.
And then when is your Cape Town show, my dogs? 29th of August. Massacre is happening live at a homecoming center.
in Cape Town.
Dylan Oliphant on the microphone. All the members of the community, make sure you are there. Dala what you must away. Vikili Yomili. Let's come together and discuss, and let's have some open chats around what's happening in and around our community.
In a closed
Massacre
environment.
happening 29th of August at Homecoming Center. On the 8th of November, Mhlongo is doing his one-man show, the much anticipated, the much accredited. People are speaking about it. If you were at Celeste and the Big Dudes and you enjoyed this man's set, come see him live by himself. Pop-Ups presents Mhlongo is happening on the 8th of November. Tickets are available at Web Tickets. Then on the 8th of February 2026, Tsitsi will be here live.
Alive.
For his show. Tsitsi Chiumya holding back the tears live. Make sure.
No ways.
I will never
hold back the tears.
And then on the 24th of August, Artistry Comedy Sundays is happening at 22 Fredman Drive at Artistry. Make sure you get your tickets. And every single week without fail, Bioscope Comedy Sundays happens. And then to the cheese babies who are out there in Sasolburg, would you guys like us to come do a show that side? You know, I think let us know in the comments.
Sasolburg.
If you're in the Sasolburg area, if you're around that side, Val, if you'd like us to do a show that side, let us know.
Also exciting Bioscope Comedy Festival happening from Bioscope Comedy Festival. We're having,
Actually, let's put up that.
let's put up the thing. Bioscope.
Yes, from the 4th to the 7th of September, the Bioscope Comedy Bioscope Sundays Comedy Festival. Is happening at Bioscope with a whole bunch of shows. We're gonna start Thursday night, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Come on. It's just gonna be a vibe from one-man shows to ensemble shows to just having fun.
Be a part of it.
I'm doing one.
Come on. Tawiso and I are hosting a show.
Tsitsi are hosting a show.
Farieda, she'll be supporting. Why do you do that?
Don't be humble.
What do you mean?
Say it with your chest.
Yes!
There we go.
I will be there.
Yes, doing what at the festival?
Doing things. With mics in hands. No.
Hey, man. What kind of show are you doing, Gandhi?
It's a bisection show.
Bisection. I'll be there, guys. You'll catch me there.
By the sections.
By the sections.
The bisections.
And I think that's it from us, ladies and gentlemen.
There's something coming up now from Chandra.
Also, Nati just basically alerted me that if there are cheese babies across the country in those small cities and you want us to come there, please let us know in the comments where you'd like to see us do a show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Please, guys.
SABS.
SABS.
Yes, please don't forget to click like and subscribe, SABS. Please don't forget to click like and subscribe, Podcast and Chill Network. Make sure your notification bells and everything is on. Yes, and every Tuesday at 5:30 on multi-choice platform DSTV, where we have not been cancelled yet.
Yes.
We still have a show.
Down.
Yeah.
It's gonna be us and El Tido.
Yeah, it's gonna
be us and El Tido. But El Tido is kissing people, so hey,
that kiss might not make it on DSTV. So what you saying was happening?
Yo, bruh. Yes. I've never seen best personified like that.
Yo, guys.
Praise the Lord.
Close the show.
Yeah, close the show to me.
Cheese babies, Ratagamuka.
Yeah.
Shapa.
I was there in the beginning. Like, you ever think about seedless grapes? They're like babies with no belly buttons. Where do they come from? You'd think if we're in America, Mazulu would be Republicans. They would, no? Look at them, they love guns. They don't want to learn another language. They hate foreigners. Mexicans are Zimbabweans for Americans. And they can't say the letter L. Was it R?
R.
R. Thank you. Umazulu.
Yes.
Everything I said, I didn't mean. The IFP is tremendous. What they've done for the community. Shaka Lembe is tremendous. Amazulu is called Usotu. That's interesting, isn't it, right? For people that hate that. I was on that, but Soto, man. But their team is called Usotu. It's a little fun fact. Your dad was playing with a hula hoop the other day. I saw him.
Jehovah, subscribe nina. Futhi ni babi. If ubhekele channel for 10 minutes longer and subscribe umubi dog. That's why bakuchithela ngoba awuna commitment. Unama commitment issues. Subscribe lapho. Ngeke sizwe ngawo.